We are heading to a hobby farm. We're going to trim a couple pet cows. I got a phone call yesterday from a family that has a small farmette, and they've been on the waiting list for a hoof trimmer for over a year. So they called me up and they wanted to know if I knew anybody who might be able to get over there to trim just a few animals. Now keep in mind, as a professional hoof trimmer, our day is made up of larger farms where we can set up and trim all day long. And most of us are booked solid, but I told them I'll come and do those cows on a Saturday. Sounds like fun, and we'll make a video. So I'm just gonna jump in the truck, Norris, and we're gonna get over there. So first up is the chicken. Hardest part about trimming a chicken is getting them in the machine. Come on, let's go. Yep, they're nearly impossible. So I'm gonna introduce you guys to my camera girl. What's your name?
Brielle.
Brielle? Nice to meet you, Brielle. So how many cows do you got?
11.
11. That's a pretty nice farm. What kind of cows do you have?
Guernseys, Jerseys, and a brown Swiss.
Oh, nice. You excited to see them get trimmed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna give the camera back to her now. Should we go get a cow?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you wanna take the camera?
Girl, you can do it.
Dream, Dream. Dream, come on. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Do you want to get up here? I'll tell you before I fire up the grinder. So we're just cleaning it up a little bit to inspect it. You just got to do a little bit of length and balance her soles. Now do you see how she puts her foot straight down below her? And how the other one's off at an angle? When we finish the other one, it'll be just like this one. That's the first time I ever had a cow poop in my machine. I'm just kidding. If a cow doesn't poop in a machine, there's probably something wrong with her.
Wow.
Okay, now that poop's probably gonna come flying, so let's stand back. Usually they like to fling it at you. She didn't though, so that's nice. Oh, 2 poops in one trim. That's crazy. Okay, watch your ass. Okay, watch out that it doesn't hit you again. And what we're doing is we're taking off the parts that weren't wearing properly. Oh. So do you remember before how her foot was over here and pointing to the side?
Yeah.
Now when we put it down, it should go right here pointing forward. If it doesn't, I'm gonna look really foolish, huh? Out, chickens. We'll be having chicken pate. Oh yeah. What's this one's name?
Fern.
Fern pooped on me while I was pushing her in. Yeah, it's the first time I ever got pooped on by a cow.
So you've got more of like a cutting wheel. It's not like a grinder.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is non-abrasive. There makes no heat at all.
Yeah.
This foot, we're gonna knock it out almost completely by hand. This is a good example of a pasture cow that is shedding naturally, but it's not always perfect because as nice as her front feet are, her back feet are kind of long. So on the back feet, the inside claw is the main weight-bearing claw. So it typically wears more correctly. And the outside claw is not so much, and that's why it doesn't wear near as correctly. And it looks like if you See here, she's got a hole and some pink hoof horn. She might have a small ulcer or had an ulcer. After we're done trimming it, we'll clean this up and see, but we might have a small ulcer there. If anybody noticed on the last one, on the outside heels on the back feet, I took the heel down extra. That's to prevent these. Because it's very on the back feet, outside claw, it's typical to have bruising and ulcers in that area. See the dark hoof there? That's bruising. That's not corium. We're not down to the soft stuff. That's just bruised.
Is there a way to prevent it?
Just with trimming and that modeling that I do. It's called modeling when we take that area down. But on the, probably see it on the video. I almost talked about it on the last one.
Okay.
And was gonna say, but I thought, you know, we probably won't find an ulcer here anyways. And then here we go. I don't know that she's gonna have a full-on ulcer, but it might be. She does have a little tiny ulcerated spot on her corium there. All that extra heel she had was putting too much pressure in that area, and it momentarily stopped making hoof horn because it was a little bit damaged. She's gonna be fine. Just getting anything that's separated. So what we don't want is a crevice that a stone or any manure or debris can pack into.
There's a chicken in that thing.
Oh man, we're gonna catch her feet and trim them too.
Is that like a nail clipper?
It is. I was using it because I could feel the front of her hoof where it curled around, and I wanted to get up to that spot. So I wanted to have a hand tool for that. So what we're gonna do for this hoof is we're gonna glue a rubber block on this toe to elevate this toe. But we just have to have a good clean surface. We can't grind on this sole. It's naturally shedding, which is great, but naturally shedded sole is usually, there's not very much there. So if I take off just the minimal amount with the grinder, she might be a little extra thin, and we don't want to do that. So just making sure we have a good glue surface. This is a super good epoxy. With a little bit of iodine. Put a pink wrap on it for her.
That's her favorite color.
Yeah. That's why we use pink for the ladies. So that's the modeling we do on the outside lateral claw.
Okay.
If they have a bruise, a problem or not, we always do that on the back feet outside heel, because that area wears the least, so it builds up the most and then can become a problem. And she's got little stones in her white line here. The debris inside that crack was causing pressure there, so she's got that bruising. So I'm just gonna dish that out a little bit to relieve that area. Her weight will be over here and on this wall.
Come on.
What was her name?
Olena.
Olena? You ready for your pedicure, Olena? Big mama? See how they don't shed that area off as well?
That was a big chunk.
Yeah.
So where it's darker, that's where they're naturally kind of shedding.
What's that? Yeah, she was this was naturally trying to shed, but that big clump didn't come off. And that's where like on our farms we only write down the problems, but this is where the benefit comes from. Unlike the big dairies that trim on a regular routine, is the saved cows that weren't a problem, that were going to be a problem.
Sure.
Even her, she was going to have an issue there. That clump wouldn't have come off, and a stone got between the two, and she'd had an ulcer real quick. Real quick. All right, well that's it. We've trimmed all 4 of their milking cows. What'd you think about it?
It was really cool to watch.
It was cool to watch. The chickens here loving any little scraps they can get. Did you watch my videos? Did you see what I say at the end?
Catching on the flip-flop.
Yep. You want to help me do it? Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Till next time.
Catch you on the flip-flop.
Bye. Do you think we can get a chicken to come running into there?
We could yell chickies in class.
Can you do it? There you go. That's how I call a chicken. You're good at that.
Thank you.